Hey everyone, my name is Dale Blassingame, and I'm your instructor for the Fundamentals of Digital and Online Media class, or FDOM MC 4381. This semester, we'll be meeting every Monday in Round Rock in Avery 455, I believe. Um, I just wanted to make some video lectures today because of the unique circumstances that's going on right now with Hurricane Harvey. First of all, I hope everyone is okay. I hope your family is okay from the storm. And because classes were canceled today and next Monday is Labor Day, we're actually not going to see each other in person until the third class week. So this week we do need to get some material covered in order for you to not just, or for the class in general, to be so far behind once we actually meet. So I'm going to be sending you a series of video lectures today. You can take, the rest of the week to finish them, but please make sure and watch them so that we're ready to go and hit the ground running when we meet in person on the third class week. So that would be Monday, September 11th, when we'll actually see each other in person. So again, I hope everyone's doing okay. If you have any of those life-altering situations, please let me know. I hope your family is okay, and hope we can at least get caught up some with these video lectures. So we'll see you soon. So let's start first with a quick tour of the track site and a breakdown of the structure of class. So when you log into the track site, this will be the introduction screen, and it has some really important information right off the bat. So even though we're only meeting one night a week, we're going to get a lot accomplished in that one meeting. We're going to break those 3 hours down into three different sections. So every Monday night, we'll start first with lecture. I'll go for about an hour or so. Then half of the class will break off into a lab where I'll lead a hands-on discussion of assignments and other skills that you'll need for some of those assignments. So you'll get a lot of directed work in that lab. And while we're in lab, the other half of the class will be working on a class module, which will be held here on tracks. You can actually see all the modules over here on the left-hand side. We won't start this whole process, obviously, until September 11th, and that's the first day we'll meet in class. But then after that first lab is done, we'll just flip. So then the other half of class will come into lab, and the other half of you will have time to work on the class module. So we'll get all that accomplished every single week in our one class meeting. We'll do a lecture, a lab, and some class module work in that 3 hours of time. So it's going to be busy. It makes attendance all that much more important because you're going to miss a lot if you miss just one day. But we'll get more into this in our first meeting, and I'll explain the whole module process when I see y'all in person. Because again, those modules and labs obviously won't start until September 1st. If you continue to scroll down, you can take a look at the course schedule. So today is August 28th. We're just kind of going over everything. I'll have a separate video talking to you about what we'll be doing in labs coming up next. We don't meet next week, and then on September 11th, we get started on everything. So again, we'll have all three of those sections in class during regular class time as soon as we start meeting. You should be getting an email here soon from Harry Bowers, who is handling the breakup of who will be in the first part of lab, who will be in the second part of lab, so be on the lookout for that. So if you have any questions on the structure of class, please let me know. Send me an email. Anything you need in terms of that, I will be happy to answer any questions. So let's take a look at the syllabus really quickly. And we do meet at the Round Rock campus. We'll be in Avery 455. I have my information there. My office hours are by appointment, so if you need to meet with me before or after class, please just let me know and we'll make an appointment to do so. There is my email address. I'm easier to reach on Twitter if you need a more immediate response, but please don't put anything super personal or anything like that on Twitter. If that's the case, please feel free to email it to me. But if you just have a quick question about something, Twitter is probably the easiest way to get a hold of me. I do have a graduate assistant as well. Her name is Annabelle Fiddler. If you ever need to email her, her email is there. This is a core class in the School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I realize some of y'all might be taking this as a part of your minor as well. So what we do is we cover a lot of the topics that we believe students, topics and skills that we believe students either need to know about or be fluent in order to get a job in this field. So that's everything from journalists to public relations, advertising, things along those lines. So what do we cover? Coding, search, personal branding, content, mobile, ethics. So we cover a big, wide range of topics in this class. And you can go through here and read the course objectives and the learning outcomes and things along those lines. In terms of grades, here's how your grades will break down. We're going to have a semester-long website project where you'll be creating content based on a topic that you're interested in. More on that here in just a bit. We'll grade that 4 times throughout the semester. Those are worth 75 points apiece. You add those together, it's 300 points. We will have 4 assignments throughout the semester. Your first one will be in a couple of weeks. Those are 50 points apiece. Add those up, that's 200 points. You will have a module quiz at the end of every module that we do. You'll have a quick quiz. Those are worth 5 points apiece. You add those up, that's 60 points total. We'll have a couple lecture quizzes. That's 40 points total. And then your exams are worth 400 points. You add all that up, it's 1,000 points. So every 10 points is 1 point on your overall grade. So you have a good sense throughout the semester of where you stand based on the points that you've either earned or the points that you didn't earn. And I do have the date of the final exam there, Monday, December 11th at 8 p.m., but we've got a long way to go before we start thinking about final exams. There's no textbook, so that's good. The modules will have a lot of reading material, but we can take care of that as we get into the modules. Let's talk about attendance really quickly. We only meet once a week, so therefore it's really important that you come to class. Missing 1 week, missing one class is the equivalent of missing an entire week. So I do have an attendance policy. I'm allowing you to miss 1 absence with no penalty. The second absence will result in a 5-point deduction from your grade. Third absence will be a 10-point deduction from your grade. And with a 4th absence, I mean, that's essentially missing a 4th of the semester. You cannot pass the class. So if you have an excused absence, those are for life-altering situations. Being stuck in flooding in Houston would be a life-altering situation. A death in the family, that's a life-altering situation. You'll contact the Dean of Students office first. They will then contact me with that excused absence. Other than that, if you get a flat tire or you just don't feel well that day, that needs to count as your 1 excused absence for the class. And we'll go from there. So let me know if you have any questions regarding the attendance policy. I will give you very detailed deadlines in this class. And if you do not meet those deadlines, it will be a 0. There are no ifs, ands, or buts with that. Media industry is deadline driven, and now is a good time to get that habit started. So I give you plenty of time to do your work. Trust me, you'll normally get about 2 weeks to do an assignment. So late or missed assignments will be a 0. I've already talked about the modules, and conduct's pretty standard. I like having an open and honest discussion with you when we meet in class, so I hope that we can foster that type of discussion in class. If you need to drop this, the W deadline is October 30th. Got some notes about academic honesty. You will be creating content in this class. Therefore, you're always expected to follow the University Honor Code, especially in the School of Journalism. Haven't really had any situations where we've had to take something to a next level when it comes to the honor code, but do know, it comes with some really severe penalties. So do your own work. That's the whole point of this class. It's for you to have something to show at the end of this, to show employers that, hey, I know this stuff. And doing your own work is the only way to do that. And finally, if you have some sort of incident that is causing you to need some sort of special accommodations, please let me know and I'll work with you to make sure that happens. So you can download the syllabus here if you want a hard copy of it. Otherwise, it's available here on the track site. So again, just to wrap up this part, and we'll go into another discussion on labs here in just a second. Every single week we'll have a lecture first, then half of y'all will go to lab, half of y'all will work on modules for an hour. Then we flip that. The other half will go to lab, the other half will work on modules. We'll do that every single week while we meet together in class. You can take a look at the schedule here. It has deadlines and all the things like that as we move forward with the class. So I'll be back in just a minute with another video talking about what to get prepared for when it comes to the labs that we'll be doing in class.